Lee Kuan Yew often said to me, "America will remain the world's dominant power in the 21st century only if it is the dominant Pacific power." Lee, the founder of modern Singapore and one of the smartest strategic minds I've ever met, spoke about this issue late in life as he worried about the breakdown of the stability that had allowed for the extraordinary global growth of the last half-century. The key, he was certain, was deep American engagement in Asia, which was quickly becoming the center of global economics and power. Alas, Donald Trump appears to be doing everything he can to violate Lee's dictum. The media got the Singapore summit wrong. The real headline should have been, "U.S. weakens its 70-year alliance with South Korea." The most striking elements of Trump's initiative were not simply that he lavished praise on North Korea's dictator, Kim Jong-un, but that he announced the cancellation of military exercises with South Korea, adopting North Korea's own rhetoric by calling them provocative. The president must have missed his briefing. In fact, it is North Korea that provokes and threatens South Korea, as it has done since it first invaded the South in 1950. North Korea is believed to have around 1 million active duty troops, almost double the South, and has constructed perhaps as many as 20 tunnels to mount a surprise invasion. It also has more than 6,000 pieces of artillery that can reach South Korea, including some whose range is so long that 32.5 million people are in danger, more than half the country's population, according to a study by the RAND Corporation. RAND cites a 2006 figure from the Defense Department estimating that in the event of war using simply artillery, North Korea would kill 250,000 people in Seoul alone. Of course, North Korea now also has up to 60 nuclear bombs, complete with the missiles that could potentially deliver them to the South. South Korea's war games with the United States, as President Trump calls them, are not war games at all, but a necessary set of defensive exercises undertaken in the shadow of an aggressive adversary. Even worse, Trump signaled that he would like to end the American troop presence in South Korea. He is wrong that this would save money unless he plans to demobilize those troops, since South Korea covers almost half the costs of U.S. troops stationed there. But that is beside the point. Through bitter experience, the United States has found it's much better to have troops ready, battle-trained, and with knowledge of the local geography, rather than keeping them all in the U.S. only to be sent abroad when trouble breaks out. A few commentators have pointed out that the big winner of the Singapore summit was the great power that wasn't even there, China. That's exactly right. Consider what China has always wanted: the stabilization and security of North Korea and the removal of American troops from Asia, especially from the mainland. For China, the Trump administration has been the gift that keeps on giving. Even when Trump confronts China, as he has on trade now, he has totally undermined his own efforts by alienating America's allies in Europe and Japan, rather than having them join together to put collective pressure on China. And don't forget, Trump began his term in office by pulling out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which was created specifically to stand as an alternative to the Chinese market and a bulwark against Chinese power. Now the rules of the road are being written in Asia, and they are being written in Mandarin. Lee Kuan Yew was right. The long game for the United States over the next few decades is how to handle the rise of China. And right now, we are quitting the field.